Chapter 6. Breakout, Fight, and Rescue. Serena, come in! Well, this just won't do. There has to be a way out of here. The watch, Daniel, Bond suggested. 007 raised his sleeve and set the watch for the laser setting. He then cut a giant hole in the wall, and the two of them escaped. Best we find our equipment as well, for they seem to have robbed us of our instruments. Yeah, we gotta find where they put them. But let's go down this hallway first. Agreed. However, I thought I was the boss. They looked around, and as they ran through all the halls, they ducked out of sight of any cameras, but then Poncho slowly stepped around the corner, and the agents bumped into him. The agents looked up at Poncho, and Poncho just grinned and slowly shook his head. 007 made the first punch, and punched Poncho with all his might. It felt like hitting 4 walls of rock. Poncho grabbed an arm from both of them, and all three walked into a room titled Destruction Room. Steamhold was standing on a platform next to a control panel. Trying to be a hero, I see. It was only a matter of time. Oh, would you look at that? 5 minutes of air left. Steamhold laughed in a silent and sarcastic way. Pop quiz, gentlemen. Do you know what the definition of love is? Well, it's doing the good for another, even at the cost of one's life. He soon pulled out a tiny pistol from his pocket and aimed it right at 007. 007's eyes got bigger. You know. Of course I know. It's obvious, is it not? You have the hots for her. I have seen you trying to track me down, and I know all about you and your new close friend. What is it? How does it go? Daniel and Serena swinging in a tree. 007 was growing angry, and his face was getting red. Ha! Your face is matching your hair! Any last words? He loaded the weapon, and he was gripping the trigger. Bond and 007 then smirked at each other. Then 007 looked up at Steamhold. Yeah, I got a couple of last words. I have strawberry blonde hair. Bond then belted Poncho in the stomach with his elbow, releasing from Poncho's grip. 007 whacked Poncho's arm and broke free. Hand-to-hand combat is fine, but we're gonna need some weapons, 007 shouted to Bond. Bond tapped the shoulder of one of Steamhold's men and punched him, picking up the workman's gun. 007 smiled and did the same. Just then, 2 giant doors that led into the room opened, and 24 men ran in. It's go time, 007, Bond said. 007 switched his watch to the zipline setting. He shot it up to the platform where Steamhold was, and zipped up to him. Your remodeling days are over, Steamhold, as 007 said, leaping onto the platform. As you and everyone should know, I always have an escape plan. A section from the platform then descended from the main part. The control panel was still on the main part, and there was a tiny clock counting down the minutes of air left in Serena's pod. The time was now down to 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Bond was still fighting people down below. 007 looked for a way to stop the control panel, but couldn't find one, and went down to go help James. 007 shot a zipline downward towards the floor. He jumped and bent his legs and knocked down 2 guys as he came down. I guess Dean Martin was right. Love really is a kick in the head. You're learning. Serena is losing air by the second. The clock is probably at 2:58 now. Finishing off the remaining men, the agents reached the exit dock where all the escape pods were. Bond spotted a jet ski, and then the two leaped on it and went out to save 007's true love.